When Vanessa let the quiet and mysterious George move in, she never expected to fall in love or for him to vanish after one unforgettable night. What secret was he hiding, and would love be enough to bring him back? My name is Vanessa. I'm 27 years old. My life used to be ordinary, simple, and predictable, but everything changed in a way I could never have planned. It became a story about love and an unexpected surprise. I didn't mean to fall in love with George. He was quiet, gentle, and strangely new to the world. Sometimes life mixes love with the most unexpected things, and this is my story. It began in London. I lived in a small apartment. When my old roommate left suddenly, I needed someone new to share the rent, so I put up an advertisement online. A week later, a man named George came to see the place. He was tall, neat, and clean, with soft brown eyes behind his glasses and a nervous smile that made him look almost shy. He carried books instead of a phone and told me he had just moved from a small town to start a new engineering job in London. His calm, deep voice caught my attention immediately. "I don't talk much," he said quietly. There was something about his stillness that drew me in. The city around us was loud and restless, but George felt like calm water in the middle of all that noise. I didn't know then that letting him move in would change my life completely. From the start, George was unlike anyone I'd ever lived with. He was polite, quiet, and always kept his things tidy. Every morning, he woke up early, made tea, and read old books at the kitchen table while the city buzzed outside. My life, on the other hand, was fast-paced and filled with noise. I worked in marketing, with long hours and late nights. When I came home exhausted, George was usually there, reading or cooking dinner. He often made enough for both of us, offering me a plate with a shy smile and few words. One evening, curiosity got the better of me. "George," I asked, "do you ever go out?" He looked up from his book and smiled softly. "No," he said. "I like peace." His peacefulness was part of his charm, but beneath it, I sensed loneliness. He didn't seem to have any friends in the city. Sometimes I noticed the way he looked at me when he thought I wasn't watching, not with desire, but with quiet admiration, like he saw something in me that others didn't. It was innocent and curious, and it made me see him differently. One Friday evening, I came home upset after an argument with my ex-boyfriend. My makeup was running, and my heart felt heavy. George was in the living room with a cup of tea. "Bad day?" he asked gently. I could only nod. Without saying more, he handed me the tea and sat beside me as I cried. He didn't try to fix anything, he just stayed with me, calm and silent, a steady presence in the storm. When I looked at him through my tears, the soft light in the room made him look beautiful. His calm face, his kind hands, something inside me shifted. I reached out to him slowly. George froze, his brown eyes wide with surprise. "George," I whispered, "have you ever been with someone before?" His face turned red. "No," he said softly. "Never." The air between us changed. It was fragile, full of unspoken emotion. In that quiet, something real began. That night wasn't planned. It happened naturally, quietly, with the sound of rain outside and the warmth of two people finding comfort in each other. George was nervous and unsure, but I guided him gently. When it was over, he looked at me and asked, "Was I good?" My heart ached for him. "You were perfect," I told him. He smiled, a shy, childlike smile, and for a moment, everything felt right. But when I woke the next morning, he was gone. His room was empty, his phone turned off. There was no goodbye. Days passed slowly. The apartment felt hollow without him. Then one morning, a message came, "I'm sorry. I had to go home. I didn't mean to hurt you." His words only deepened my confusion. What did he mean by had to go home? I couldn't rest without knowing. So I found out where he was from, a small town 2 hours from London, and took the train there. His mother answered the door. She already knew my name. "George told me about you," she said sadly. "But you shouldn't have come." She invited me inside and told me the truth. George had made a promise to his dying father, to stay pure until marriage. When he broke that promise with me, he was overcome with guilt and shame. That's why he left. I sat there speechless, my heart heavy with the weight of this secret. I finally understood his sudden departure, though it didn't make the pain any easier. 3 months later, George came back. He stood at my door, thinner and tired, with a suitcase in his hand. "I needed time," he said softly. "But I couldn't forget you. I tried, but it was impossible." We sat on the same couch where everything had begun. He told me he had learned something while he was away, That love doesn't have to be perfect or pure to be real. You showed me that, he said. I took his hand and told him, love isn't about perfection, George. It's about being honest and real. His smile then was different, mature, knowing. I let him stay. Our story didn't remain private for long. People at work found out, and rumors spread. They called me names, said I had taken advantage of him. Even friends turned distant. I felt humiliated and alone, but George refused to let me go. I'm not ashamed of you, he told me. I'm proud of you. I love you, and that's all that matters. His words gave me strength. Together, we faced the gossip and the judgment. 2 years later, we left London behind and moved to a quiet seaside town. George became an engineering teacher at a local college. His students loved him for his patience and kindness. I opened a small art shop in town, selling handmade jewelry and paintings. Our days became simple and full of meaning. We took evening walks by the sea, talked about our dreams, and sometimes laughed about the past. George still blushed when I mentioned our first night together, and I still found his shyness endearing. Our love had survived everything: confusion, distance, and public scandal. I learned that love doesn't always follow plans or rules. It comes quietly, from unexpected places, and it asks you to be brave. The world once called our love a scandal, but now it feels like the purest thing I've ever known.